one because I'm not sure this is on at all. What do you think, Smooch?
Yep, that was Romeo and me trying out some new looks. That shoe got eaten off, as you can just see. He was all in on the orange jacket, but those hot pink shoes, or WagWellies as they're known, not so much. These adorable pieces are from Wagwear, a New York-based brand that focuses on stylish and functional fashions for our furry friends. The company says its sort of croc-like WagWellies is one of the most popular items with more than 150,000 pairs sold worldwide. And joining us now, Wagwear founder and CEO Amy Harlow. Amy, fantastic to have you on the show. I don't know whether you could see that, but we were having a real giggle this morning. Just explain how Wagwear began.
Wow. Well, thank you for having me. Wagwear began as an idea for a brand for dogs that I felt like there wasn't a brand out there for dogs, similar to like Levi's or Ray-Ban for sunglasses, Levi's for jeans. Like there wasn't a dog brand. So back in the 90s when I started it, it was just to set out to do that.
Yeah, and you have a fashion catwalk background yourself, so it was a case of finding something that you wanted to be practical as a dog mum for your furry friends, but also to be sort of fashionable and hip, which I think you've done. Not that I'm hip or cool in any way myself, but they're fun, aren't they? And it began as a store in New York, but I mean, social and online, your sales are enormous and all over the world. Just talk about how you went from having a store to then being accessible all over the world.
Oh, well, so during COVID, we had to close down. We had a location here in Woodstock, New York, and we had to close it down during COVID. And we really just focused ourselves online and just realized that we had a much more global reach online. And it came out right around the same time that we were launching our WagWellies. And then subsequently our ventilated version for the summer, which were quickly coined as dog crocs online. And there was just a ton of viral fun content that came out from that. And it just really spread like wildfire. And they just became, very popular. So it became a really good thing for us.
I mean, just to be clear, there is no affiliation with Crocs, but they are very Croc-like.
Absolutely,
And
no affiliation.
You even have the charms. I mean, my dog Romeo, he just loved to chew it, I have to say, and he would have been eating those charms off in a second, but I love well-behaved dogs. And you also have some pretty famous fans. Oh, look, there we go. There he was. I don't know whether you could see this, but he's wearing the puffer like a cape, and no one is taking that little shoe, that Wagwellie, away from him because he's just holding it now.
Yes. It does require a little bit of training. You often see the very funny kind of high step. Yep.
And just talk me through the pricing on these. So for a cape for sort of an average sized dog and for the 4 little WagWellies, what's the price of those?
So the price of the WagWellies for a set of 4 is $49. The puffer coats are usually around $75 for the puffer coats. Most of our coats run about $75.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite expensive. It's sort of it's a treat, but it's quite expensive.
We really value very high quality fabric, hardware. Like our philosophy is what I would wear if I were a dog. So our materials, we try to use human grade materials and nothing but the best for our dogs.
Don't worry.
And
I was about to say there will be dog parents. There'll be dog parents here yelling at the television saying these are our babies and their children, and of course we would spend that on our furry babies. Half of your products, I believe, you manufacture in the United States, but you struggle to find producers here. And I know you produce a lot in China, which, talk to me about the challenges potentially if tariffs hit.
Well, it's definitely a concern. We wanted to produce in the US. Like I said, we struggled for 15 years trying to get this product made. I've always wanted, I knew from the beginning that I wanted to do these WagWellies, and I spent 15 years trying to produce them here in the US. And it wasn't until I was able to connect with a manufacturer in China that I was able to get molds made and really bring them to market. So I'm concerned about having to come back to the US. Maybe we are able to do it a little bit better now, but I'd be happy to do it if I could. It just wasn't really an option.
Yeah, so potentially you just have to, if there are tariffs applied, you just have to raise prices if you can't find somebody here that can produce for you. I guess that's the bottom line. Or could you try and sort of wear some of the cost? I know it's tough and there's a lot of unknowns at this stage as well. Amy, I appreciate
Yes,
that.
I would say that we're quietly waiting to hear what's going to happen. I think
Yeah.
a certain amount we can absorb, or we'll try to absorb. We don't really want to raise the prices, so
Yeah.
we'll hold steady as long as we can.
Okay, 30 seconds advice for, I'll put my hand up, useless parents who seem incapable of, and they are essential at times in the winter and when the ground's hot, particularly in the summer as well, to have your doggies wear these things. How do you get them to wear them and not just run off eating them?
The best thing to do is just put them on and get them outside, because as soon as they get distracted and on with their walk, then they will forget that they're wearing them. In the beginning, they don't know that they can, but once they discover it, they'll be running just like as if they didn't have anything on.
Yeah, the art of distraction. I should know better. Amy Harlow, fantastic to chat to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And CEO of Wagwear. I'm going to try again later, don't you worry. Thank you.